Mm. And we're live here with the AFC East by NAFCo. With me is the wonderful Jets fan of the year, Elizabeth Muller. We've got Dolphin fan Jeff over to my left. I guess you're right. I don't know how to even describe that. Diagonally from me, you got Paul Garretson covering the Bills, and you got myself covering the Patriots. Even I got no Patriots logoing. Jeff will have to figure that situation out. But besides that, what is going on with you guys? How was Thanksgiving? This is our first time we've been back together post Thanksgiving.
Well, the AFC East went 3-1. Not sure what happened with that, Perry.
Well, you know, the cover of this episode is what happened with that overturned catch was some bullshit. They use a ruling from 2018 that they got rid of in 2018 to justify why that wasn't a catch now. And even so, Henry even feels so you don't have to survive the ground anymore. That's what they say. They lifted that rule. Well, then Hunter Henry, he still feels that he actually had the ball underneath his hand, and that it never actually touched the ground because the hand was underneath the ball. There's some logic to that. I think that when I replay it, that's what I'm seeing as well. And so then, so the ball actually, he wasn't even surviving the ground to begin with, is basically the other argument to be said here. So it's some bullshit. Even Des Bryant came out to say that was a bullshit thing that the NFL did. They basically, Belichick said when he was asked, he wasn't too pleased. He just said, "Go do your do your pool report with the officials." So then they actually did send somebody for a press conference, basically. Pool report, that just means press conference at the end of the day. They sent out an official that then explained the ruling, saying they didn't feel he survived the ground, but the problem is he got rid of that rule in 2018. So it was interesting. They did not actually send the head ref as they traditionally would, the head ref that officiated that game. No, they sent out basically somebody out of New York to do it. Yeah. So it was a very weird way that the NFL handled that. So this is a Patriots fan bitching about a call against the Patriots and Jeff. So it's not true that every single time that something needs to go the Patriots' way in a game, the refs rule the Patriots away. Because here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go, where all the Patriots fans are bitching about a game. Yeah. And it was Thanksgiving. Speaking of Thanksgiving, though, Paul, I mean, did you notice the quarreling of there was like kind of some weird vibes out of that about mid-game there with Romo and his co-host there. I don't know if you saw any of that stuff.
Yeah, I saw some of that. It was just it was it was a good game, but it was, there was some stuff going on. It's whatever.
Okay.
We won, right? We got the W, right?
You were a little nervous. You were a little bit nervous. I know you were.
Little bit nervous. I mean, Detroit's not a bad team.
Well, we might as well get into it right now then. Buffalo 28, Detroit 25 on Thanksgiving Day. This is your Turkey Bowl game that happened right there on Thanksgiving Day's meal. Paul, please take the floor further.
Well, I finally learned how to cook a turkey in a crock pot, and it was wonderful. You just put for 6-7 hours, and it's so tender. Beyond that, the game was pretty bland. It really was, except the last 2 drives by Buffalo. So, I mean, it wasn't – we had control of it, but we had 9 people hurt, all these people sick. We only have 2 practices in 10 days because of the snowstorm. So, it was a lot of adversity to come over and get over. But, and we still had a quarterback with no elbow. So, it was tough. But
I think that's the biggest problem the Bills are facing right now is Josh Allen's elbow. Did you see the meme going around right now where there's a man trying to select a card and they had like birthday cards, a little hairy, and this huge area of the aisle was Josh Allen's elbow.
No, I did not. No.
They caught it for the Hallmark area. Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's whatever. And then we got, both you and I have that short week of Thursday night. So it's a lot of adversity we both have to overcome. So, and Kansas City is just kicking it up, man. It's just pissing me off. So, stupid Dolphins. So, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had too much tryptophan. I did not see your game on Thursday night, Perry.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did actually catch quite a bit of it. Luckily, I kind of forget that when as much as I said, well, I worked during it, I forget that when I got there, I mean, I kind of had to miss a few minutes of it to drive over. It's like a 20-minute commute. But then it was like, oh, yeah, they had the game on the TV there. So it wasn't too big of an issue. Because luckily, that game wasn't Amazon like the game that we'll have next week, but we can talk about that. But so the New England 26 at Minnesota 33. That's that catch that I spent a bunch of time bitching about to begin this game, or not this game, this cast. So the thing is I mean, I pretty much have summed up a lot of that, but Mac Jones played a heck of a game. He played a heck of a game. His stat line, we're not going to go all through his stat line here, but his stat line was fantastic. They said that there's never been a player to have his stat line and lose prior. That's what I've heard, something like that. Or it might be that there's only been like 2 players. Anyway, point is, very low rate to lose a game with a quarterback having the stat line Mac Jones had. So congrats to him. He was like crying his face off at the end of that, though. It was kind of unbecoming, I felt like, but his heart was in it. You can say that much, and he just could not get the win. It's just one of those cases where Minnesota outplayed New England for the most part. I mean, there is this bitching about that officiating error, but the fact of the matter is, the Patriots weren't able to overcome one officiating error, and that's not enough that's where you do say, well, they still didn't play hard enough, basically. Yeah, and by hard enough, I actually mean that there was a lot of unforced errors that the Patriots committed, and it's rare of a Belichick-led team to behave that way. But basically, that's really what beat them. So the Patriots beat themselves along with the officiating, but also Minnesota showed up to play.
Minnesota's no joke this year, though.
That's the thing. 9-2. I mean, 9-2. There's a reason they're 9-2. They beat Buffalo. You somehow are part of the 2, Jeff, with Miami.
Well, Tua didn't play that game.
He didn't play. Wait, I thought you guys beat Minnesota. You told me they had no problem yesterday. Jeff, we gotta look this up now. I guess that's what's happening.
Look it up now. You got me thinking. Yeah.
They're going to be 9-3 next weekend.
Well, Jefferson at wide receiver. He was the passing leader or receiving yards leader for a little bit until Sunday came.
He's a maniac. Justin Jefferson.
He's awesome. Yeah.
He's good.
Oh, the Vikings did beat them. Yeah, no, the Vikings won that game against the Dolphins 24-16 back on October 16th. So, yeah, so they seem to be just taking us out one by one. So good luck to you there, Liz, because that will be the Jets' opponent coming up later, and we'll talk about that later.
No problem.
Yeah. See, and that's the attitude you have to have at this point, I think, Liz. But yeah, so
you just never know. You never know. Stranger things have happened.
So
do the Jets game next.
You want to talk about the Jets? Okay, well, that wasn't a very smooth transition. It's just us saying doing the Jets game now. But you're right. Chicago 10 at New York 31. Now Chicago's down to 3-9. New York is now easily third
I got-
place with 7-4. Take it away, Liz.
I got 3 words for you. Mike frickin' White. He came through for us. I mean, Mike White looked like a first string quarterback yesterday. He was awesome. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdowns. Elijah Moore finally got his first touchdown of the season, and he was happy as a clam. It was a great day. I didn't care. I was prepared. I sat there in the pouring rain. I was soaking wet, and I had the greatest time, especially when your team's winning 31-10. I got to go on the field again during halftime to see Darrell Revis, our cornerback, one of the greatest NFL cornerbacks of all time.
Former Patriot as well.
Spent 11 years in the NFL. He was a Patriot. He was a Buccaneer, and he was the real deal. And one of the greatest cover corners, they said, of all time.
Revis
And,
Island. That's always what they
exactly.
called it, just
Revis
because
Island.
you just couldn't throw over there. It's an island of the field that you just
Right.
couldn't really even throw at.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I got to meet him once, and it was a great day all around. I mean, Mike White. I am really curious to see what's going to happen next weekend with our quarterback situation.
So you guys,
I was gonna ask you, is Zach Wilson gonna start again this year or what?
Not if Mike keeps producing like this, and I really have a feeling that Coach Sala is going to put him in against Minnesota next weekend. I do.
I was just looking at his wiki picture. I'm gonna share my Mike White's wiki picture needs to change. Here, let's see here. Share screen. Ta-da. Here. Does that work? Wait. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I have to add that in. Ta-da.
He's a baby. He's
Yeah.
a baby.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just like he's a baby, but it's also like he's just at like some conference and he's just wearing like he just does not look like he's destined for the NFL in that picture. It was in 2017. It says that was taken, in all fairness. So it's a few years old now. But yeah, but he is a great quarterback though, really, and his play in the NFL, his stats
300
have always been
yards,
quite.
3
Looks like he-
touchdowns. I mean, it was a good game, and he was so you could see how excited he was after the game. It was 315 and 3 touchdowns. It was great. Let's hope he keeps it up.
So Mike White, yeah, it seems to me like every time they put him out there, he's successful. I've been actually disappointed when they took him out last year. Okay, and I thought they should have kept going with Mike White.
I agree, but it wasn't his job. It was his job to keep, and I guess they felt obligated since Zach was named the starting quarterback that they had an obligation to keep him in. But now after the debacle we saw, not going to talk about it because that I'm not dwelling in the past. Stupid Patriots, but I think it's Zach's job to try and keep that position now, and I think Salah's going to keep him on the back burner for a little bit.
I think Mike White's actually good, though. That's the thing. But then you have a very similar situation, though, in New England. But they've kind of calmed it down. But we're potentially in the phase that you were in at the end of last season, where you put in the guy that had the draft capital and took out the second stringer that was playing quite well. Now, here's the thing, though. He was exposed at the.
You talking about Streveler?
No, our second stringer. I'm talking about the Patriots. Oh shoot! Now I'm drawing a blank. Friggin' the guy.
Oh yeah.
Patriots
Guy.
Bailey Zappi.
Zapp.
Bailey Zappi.
Zappy.
that took me a bunch of effort. Okay, versus Michael McCorkle Jones, which Michael McCorkle Jones is having he played a heck of a game last game. I talked about that already. But the thing is, though, is that when his position was when he was injured, Bailey Zappi played quite well. It made us kind of question it. They ended up putting him in on Monday Night Football. It was a whole drama, but then he kind of sucked. And then we had a healthy Mac Jones again, so it kind of you had the draft capital already in him. So it was one of those things where he played 2 fantastic games, really 3. And in the second half, all it took was 1 second half that went sour, really sour, against Chicago for Bailey Zappi for him to lose the job. So that's the thing with Mike White, though, is that they're going to put him out there, but as soon as he sucks ass on the field, they're going to go right back to Mac. Not Mac. Zach Wilson. They're going back to Zach. So it's.
Didn't Zappi have 3 interceptions?
3 interceptions and just overall poor play as a whole in the second half. But he was great in the first half. He had like 2 of these touchdown passes and like 3 80-yard bombs, and it was like ridiculous. And then he just completely. It's like the scouts figured something out finally on him. You know what I mean? It was like that. And then they realized like the jig's up now. The Bailey Zappi jig is up. It felt like because it seemed like the Chicago cracked the code on him. And once that tape's out there, now people know the code.
It was a really great game. And, last weekend, aside from the very end of the game, it was our defense. And the quarterback was a debacle. This weekend, you didn't hear much about the defense, and it was our quarterback that was the star of the show. If we can get them all doing something awesome at the same time, you guys all better watch out.
Yeah.
That's everyone's problem.
Be prepared.
Yeah, that's the NFL in a nutshell. Well, yeah, but except then you got some of these teams like over in Houston where they barely have a team at 1-9 right now. Houston played Miami on Sunday. Houston scored 15. Miami scored 30. So congrats, Jeff. You beat the worst team in the NFL. So you can beat the worst of the worst. So good job holding that up.
A lot of talk about a trap game, though. We're coming off a bye week. So, being that competitive edge. But we came out. We looked good the first half. Bombs. Slinging the ball all over the place. 9 or 10 receivers had catches. So it was an awesome game as far as that goes. It was terrible second half. It was terrible. It was just not even worth watching the second half. But Skylar Thompson came in, didn't do anything. Defense almost gave it away. Not give it away, but, kind of slacked a little bit. So thank God we had 30 points already before halftime. And 2 almost threw for 300 yards again. So we took care of business. On to San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds to me like it was almost a boring game to watch, Jeff.
Oh, it was fun, like watching the 15-yard, 20-yard receptions the first half. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, but okay, I got you. Well, and today too we have Pittsburgh at Indiana. They're playing currently. Paul, you have that game actually. It doesn't really show up that well in the cast, but that's what's playing behind Paul there is 2 screens with the game on.
13-3 right now. At Pittsburgh.
13
Wait. Oh, okay.
What happened there?
What a play by
No, it was a
break
throw
up
in the
on
end
the
zone.
goal line.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Well, they're playing right now, so there's
2 bad teams.
it's kind of but I like I said, so what did we pick last week? Okay, so Liz has picked she wasn't on last week, but she's since picked Pittsburgh for the win before the start of the game. Jeff picked Indianapolis. Jeff, you picked Indianapolis. Paul, you picked Pittsburgh. I picked Indianapolis. So that's where we're at for our picks going into this one. And I'll say our picks through the week here has been We had Liz did not submit picks, so she went 0-4 on the week, and then due to busyness and stuff, so we have determined this to be a forfeit, and that evens everything up now that Liz screwed that up. So now things are actually a lot more even in the race here for the Cup. And then you got I picked Buffalo, New England, Miami, Chicago. I went 2-2. Paul picked Buffalo, New England, Houston, Chicago, 1-3. Jeff picked Buffalo, Minnesota, Miami, and New York. He went 4-0. So our winner out of this week for week 12 is Jeff. So congrats, Jeff, on going 4-0 on your picks this week.
Paul, you picked Indianapolis over Miami? That's funny.
I'm telling Jeff, pick a finger. It's like,
I read between the lines.
Or Houston. He picked Houston,
yeah.
over Miami. He thought it would be a trap game. That was his logic, actually. And that's when Jeff said there was a lot of talk about it being a trap game. Well, that was mostly coming out of Paul's mouth.
Nice.
That's the backstory there. And to see us every week, you can go to afceast.org. That gives you your link tree. You can see our other social medias. We just made a Twitter account about a week ago. Twitter's kind of a dumpster fire as a company at the moment, but fuck, we got an account there now. And then you got Facebook. We got our Facebook. We got our it's all kinds of stuff. There's Twitch. Everything. NAFCo.org. You can check them out as well. They're our parent organization. And West PA Systems, that's your 21st century electrical build contractor based out of Brockway, Pennsylvania. And out of Warren, Pennsylvania, there's filmmakers. They go by Mom Media Works. There's perryfilm.com as well. And that is your one-stop shop for all your Perry needs. And our AFC East Fantasy League is on ESPN, and which is definitely something that is a website I should probably pull up. That way we can actually talk about this.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm just reading something, the comments. But bring that again, man.
Oh, I guess so. Barbara Jean, Jeffrey carries the best. You always have great information pointing out the pros and cons. Oh, thank you, Barbara. All right, so we got
That your
I think it's Jeff. It's Paul's ex-wife. So that's just so. Thanks for tuning in, Barb. We got. I'm looking for the scoreboard here. Okay, scoreboard. Here, I might as well see about sharing the screen here. I'm gonna try this. This is gonna be a first of the AFC East by NAFCo.
Is Jeffrey frozen or is he just quiet?
I don't know. He's just quiet.
Oh,
He's stoic.
he's a little under the weather. We're hoping
So
Jeff feels better soon.
right now, it looks like we do have. I guess me playing you there, Jeff. It looks like I've taken the win here on this game. Just showing this. So that's our game, Jeff. You put out. Why did you put out Matt Stafford? And
I don't know.
Rondale Moore. You forgot to log in, didn't you? In Cooper Cup. That's why you
I don't
lost.
have a backup. I don't have a backup quarterback.
Oh, you got to like drop a player and add a player and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You got to maneuver it. Okay, so I guess poor management is what that is. So, well, anyway, I took the win there because I still have even no more players to play, and I still got Najee Harris putting up points tonight. So, yeah, so I got that going for me. So, all right, so that's kind of that game in a bag. What's the rest of the league looking like? We got Paul Garretson playing Nikki Cherry. Paul's taking a win against Nikki Cherry here.
Nikki,
100.4 versus 104. Yeah, you did go down to Paul, who didn't even log in. Okay.
That's how good I am.
And we got our guys up at West PA, not West PA. He goes West PA Signal Losses, just to give me a tongue twister. But it's the Mom Media Works guys coming in with a loss here. So that's kind of our main three games to talk about here. So that's kind of your update on that.
Nice.
Around the NFL, there's been some interesting events news, things that have come out about stuff. So, Liz, you had something that you really wanted to get to in around the NFL. You said, or before we started the show. So why don't you start?
I did. And since I'm trying to get around the NFL myself, I just wanted to put out a little warning that there's about a 90% chance right about now, Jeffrey, that I will be in Miami on January the 8th. So
Nice.
I'm coming for you. I'm
Bring it
coming.
on.
So we're gonna get to meet face to face.
Awesome.
And,
You better watch out. You better watch out, Liz, because he's a man. He's a party animal at a tailgate. Watch out for the Mentellian subs.
We won't go to that Buffalo bar.
Okay.
Okay.
They have a Buffalo
I
bar in
don't know.
Miami.
I don't know where a Jets bar is, so
Gotham City Crew has a huge tailgate. Shout out to them. They organize the Wayne Quebec event every week, and they have a huge tailgate. I got to go to lot 11 for a tailgate in yellow and one other one. So I got
What's
to hit
yellow?
a bunch of tailgates. Everybody wants to meet me. Whoop, whoop. And
Nice.
yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
for
Liz,
sure.
get there early. Get there early because it's impossible to get
Yeah,
into that
early.
It's
Yeah.
impossible to get
For
in that
real.
place.
It's impossible to what?
To get into that place,
Oh, yeah.
it's hard. I mean, what, Jeff? 2 hours?
Just the traffic.
Yeah.
Well, I won't have a car. I'm going to Uber or whatever. I'm going to see where I'm going to stay. And
Okay.
we'll talk about that, Jeff, if you have any suggestions like Airbnb and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I want to be down there for the game. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
So I was going to
also
bring
around
up.
the NFL,
Go on, Jeff.
you got Odell Beckham. I think he was coming to Miami for an interview or something. Got escorted off a plane. Not sure about what all that was about. And also, Deshaun Watson is off of suspension now, so he might be playing for the Browns. I'm glad we don't have him. Oh, but I did want to bring up this, and my mind's working now. Fireball's kicking in. Laramie Tunsil trade from the Dolphins to the Texans, two or 3 years ago? He's still playing for the Texans. It was actually fun on Sunday to play against him and see all the draft picks that we had that made us so good now. I think there was like 10 guys involved after all the trades have been done and everything. So that was my other little tidbit.
Nice.
Well, I got
That's all I
nothing.
got. Paul's got nothing.
Paul's got nothing. I got the fact that this came out that they ended up putting the Vikings fucked up, and they put out basically a Twitter tag, a hashtag Skull Salute for this was for Veterans Day. It's come out since then in the New York Post and in other publications that this man that they put up here is none other than porn star Johnny Sims, and this guy Kyle, who is very clever. But at Vikings, this is my cousin Joel, who served in the Army. He has always been an inspiration and someone I look up to for his heroism. He is also a huge Vikings fan. Hashtag Skull Salute. And that tricked them into posting this on their board. And I just find that to be a lovely case of the general public screwing over a large company in a funny method. And I just think that this is just a gem. So thank you to that Kyle Ruiz 4-H for pulling that stunt off, sir. I salute to you.
Perry.
Oh,
Awesome,
Yes.
man. Did you hear about the Jaguars mascot wearing the thong?
Oh, you do
That
have
was awesome.
something. You did have something. The Jaguars mascot was wearing a thong. I didn't hear about this.
Yeah. No, it's wearing a thong. And
Jaguars.
it's like yeah.
American flag.
Yeah, American flag.
oh my God.
Wow, that's a really bad shot that I was able to pull off. Let me see here.
I don't want to see it.
No, now we gotta see this.
It was pretty funny.
What is the name of their mascot?
Roar.
Oh, okay.
Hence Jaguars.
I get them confused with the Panthers. Sir,
That's really bad.
Oh,
I
the
know
other
the
thing I
name of
got
mascots. God.
around the NFL, during the Cowboys
life.
game, we talked about it a few weeks ago about when Ezekiel Elliott jumped into the Salvation Army tank or the kettle, whatever.
yeah.
So this
Yes.
past Thanksgiving, like 3 guys jumped into the tank and they played a game of whack-a-mole.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, they. So I did figure out that particular son's really a Cowboys tradition. That you know, to do that, interact with the Salvation Army Bowl on the Thanksgiving, in a touchdown dance, because it started with Terrell Owens as a Cowboy late in his career when he was a Cowboy. You know, and it's kind of gone on ever since. So this is the
They have a
thong
big partnership.
that that he's bringing up. And I love that.
That's Jeff on a Sunday, man.
So, and some of the other photos are pretty
Oh, man. Yeah.
charming as well. Like you have
Good.
here. Let's.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I appreciate that the NFL, or at least that somebody took the time to do this. In Barstool Sports, they go with the headline, "Everybody is coming themselves over the sex appeal of the Jaguars mascot in a thong." That's what Barstool Sports went with. So, ooh.
They did have Mad Shoe with the mustache, remember? So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's a great photo right there. Okay.
The other,
Oh, wait. I wasn't putting it on. Oh, my. Okay. So this,
God.
yeah, that's, there you go. Okay.
did they win, though? No.
Wow.
No.
did.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, no.
oh, they did?
Trevor Lawrence.
They did?
Trevor Lawrence came back and won. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hey, the other comment I'm going to say about it around the NFL is the Rams coach appeared to be Ram tough when one of his players whacked him in the side of the face with his helmet yesterday.
Oh,
Looked pretty painful. Did
Yeah,
you see
I saw
that?
that.
Rams.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, the head coach.
Sean McVay.
Ran right into his coach.
Yeah.
Sean McVay takes helmet to the jaw in game versus Chiefs.
Yeah.
So are we going to go to picks?
It looked a little painful.
He was just walking by, and it was absent-mindedly walking forward, looking towards the field, and the player was like adjusting his helmet as he's like trotting onto the field, and just completely cracked him one in the head. Yeah, going up against somebody with a helmet with no helmet, head to head, is never fun.
Well, I guess his spotter wasn't behind him. He's always pulling him off the field. That coach is notorious for constantly walking onto the field during the game.
Oh, really?
And there's a guy that's always pulling him back. Yeah, there's a million TikToks about it. And,
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
They have a guy that spots Sean McVay to like
Exactly.
keep him.
He's constantly behind him the whole game, just pulling him back because he's constantly just walking onto the field. Yeah, you'll see it.
Because he's just not thinking about it.
Yeah, or he just thinks he's going to go right up to the ref's face or one of his players' face. And yeah, there's an actual guy. That's his job. Keep him off the field. Funny stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams have a spotter for their head coach, and we love it.
Yeah. Funny.
Here. This is where I'm going with it. It's actually NASCAR posts it because they're like, it's a spotter like in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Here, let's play this.
Let's go to the videotape. Mm-hmm.
Here we are. It's 40 seconds. He just it's like a kind of oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so where was he when he got whacked in the face? Taking a break?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe he had to pee.
There he is.
Where was he?
Please. Don't show those clips of players peeing on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we're gonna do that right now.
That's pretty cool, man.
But
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Thanks for pointing that out, Liz.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to find it too. Nice
Yeah.
40-second clip. Well, we got a big game coming up in the AFC East this week. Week 13, this Thursday. We're playing Thursday Night Football on Amazon. It's Buffalo. Record of 8-3 at New England. Record of 6-5. Thursday, December 1st at 8:15 on Amazon, as I said earlier. So yeah, boy, this is a tough one if you're the Patriots, and it's not exactly 100% easy if you're Buffalo either, is it, Paul?
Well, the line is 5 for Buffalo, so it's Vegas knows something. We got everybody back except like 5 guys. So,
But you don't have Josh Allen's elbow back.
Yeah, he's better. He is.
He's better. He
They said he was going to sit for 4 games, and he never sat for 1 game. So it's looking good. It is, as far as that area. Our problem is their defense, and I don't know.
Ooh. Paul cut out right when he was talking. Okay, well, hopefully we get Paul back. So I will cover for on his. So the Patriots, though, they're taking this one. They're coming off a loss, and I think they definitely want this win here. I mean, to stay above 500 is pretty key, especially in this hot playoff race that's going on right now, where New England's still trying to stay in that last wild card slot. Really, that's what New England keeps eyeing right now. So they need the win to stay. You know, it's got playoff implications here. There's heavy playoff implications, and boy, Jeff, I think you ought to prefer the win as well here out of New England, because what you got with here is if pretty much I think everybody here in this that's with me still here, because Paul dipped out apparently. He crappy internet. You guys are probably also really hoping for a New England win right now, because this, like I said, this game has playoff implications, and with Buffalo 8-3, tied with Miami 8-3, Jets 1 back, New England 2 back. You're looking at a Miami firm hold on first place. They have first place currently due to the head-to-head, but you know, you're looking at kind of starting to run away with some stuff if Buffalo loses on this one.
Well, you're asking us who we want to win and who we think's going to win. I think it might be a totally different story.
True. I see what you're saying. Okay. I see what you're saying. Odds are against New England for sure right now. I mean, that's what they're saying. It is you know, so you do have that for New England. I'm definitely still going to have my pick be New England here this week.
You should.
I should, but not only should I, as our Patriots resident, we also need. It's a win that I think is very possible. I think it's a possible win, but I don't think it's an easy win or anything. I don't think this game is a given for Buffalo 100%, as much as I think much of the media feels right now in Vegas seems to feel. I mean, with a line of 3, they aren't willing to go by a full touchdown on Vegas, or a line of 5 rather. They're not willing to. Usually it's a line of 3 in most games, it seems. A line of 5 is still not a high. That's medium, is what I say. I say that's medium favor to Buffalo, but not extreme. I give this. I'm definitely picking Patriots, guys. Where are you guys at? Paul, did you want to actually
Well,
let's give Paul a chance now he's back with us to speak to the game because he really cut out when you were just barely getting into this.
Well, we both have to win the game, correct?
True. Yeah,
Okay.
this really sucks for both teams to lose.
We got a bunch of people back, and I feel 2 weeks ago I would say, I don't know, we can lose to anybody. But I think we're healthy enough and we have enough depth. And you have the same problem too. You got people down too. So it's going to be a fun game to watch if I have to pick up Amazon again. So it's like,
Well, I got my tricks. I won't tell the whole world about my tricks, but
we'll talk about that. So
yeah,
but it's be good. And now I'm going to be texting you a lot, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have to work during this one, but like I was saying in the early part of this cast, I do kind of have the ability to tune in a little bit from the job there. It's luckily I get there late, so there's not a whole lot going on at 10 p.m. At my place of employment. So but at the same time, I still have like a 20-minute commute that's kind of screws with things there.
I failed you back T, by the way.
You followed me back?
I failed your back T, by the way.
My back T?
Bacteria test.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later on this separately. That's a little public for that one. But okay, good to know. It's interesting when you got a guy on the show that works at the laboratory that tests your works water. Is what you have going on here. Small world stuff. So the one way our jobs intermingle between Paul and I. And let's hope that my day job I don't have to intermingle with my day job and your day job, Liz.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I don't want to see your name come across my desk.
Yeah, well, it looks like before I flip actually over, I was gonna try to use that as a flip over, but we haven't made our picks. I'm picking New England, as I said before. I know Paul's picking Buffalo. I mean, any chance you want to flip to New England all of a sudden?
No.
No. Okay. So here we go. And now the more guessworky ones here is Liz and Jeff.
Well, I'm gonna
go ahead,
with
Liz.
I just think that I'm down on New England these days. But we don't want Buffalo to get too far out of reach, but I have this feeling they're going to win.
You actually want to give New England the nod on this?
No, I'm picking Buffalo.
Oh, I misheard you. Okay, this is kind of like earlier today when I said to Liz, I said, well, Pittsburgh's playing at Indianapolis, and she goes, oh, well, since Pittsburgh's home, I'll pick Pittsburgh for this game. I basically did the same thing. So, okay. Yeah, so, okay, Buffalo. Okay, so Jeff, where are you at?
I need New England to win.
Okay.
I need New England. I need them to win. And Buffalo's not as hot as they used to be. They almost gave it away on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
To the Lions out of all
they're
teams,
trying.
too.
They're trying to lose games almost. You know, they're trying to give it away. So I think Belichick's gonna be ready for them.
Well,
I need New England to win.
They see a few snowflakes and they can't play at their stadium.
Yeah.
Well, they can't play in the sunshine either.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. Yeah, that is what happened over in.
So Jeff, your pick is a worstful pick because for your own benefit, but not for an educated pick for actually who's going to win or not, right?
I'm rooting for the Patriots.
Okay. Yes.
All week I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
But I went 4-0 last week, so I can afford to lose one or two every now and then.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Perry and Liz.
What's up,
All
Jeff?
right.
How's it going, man? I like your
What's
hat.
going on?
Dude,
You like that?
chill out, man. Where's the beach?
Man,
Oh my God.
it's been getting a little cooler down here. It's too cold to go to the beach now.
I miss a
Well, it's too
Cuban.
cold for me to go to the beach.
I miss a Cuban.
Okay.
Well,
So the
All right, who's coming back on first?
wow. Did
I guess Perry. I'll put $5 on Perry.
Oh, hi
I'll
guys.
put $5 on Perry. What
Are
do
you
you think?
guys?
Oh, great. $5. All right.
We were guessing who would come back first.
So we also
I won
have
$5.
Chuck Tinsley. Tinsley says Armstead being out with a test. Oh, I guess he probably test hot for drugs. I'm guessing.
No, he had
Soft wins unless Allen fumble.
a pectoral tear.
Oh, okay. When I hear a test, that's what I think. I always think of like PEDs or just like pop.
Not on the Dolphins. Not on the Dolphins.
Oh.
Hey,
Buffalo wins unless Allen fumbles in the end zone again, is what Chuck Tinsley had to say about
Chuck.
that.
I like your pick, Chuck. Awesome job.
So, all right. So let's now we're back. But by the way, what just happened there was StreamYard just crashed completely. Just completely crashed. I've never seen this happen before. We've never had a problem with that. So ta-da. Did you guys get a screen that said something went wrong?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me too. I just had to reload after I had it. Yeah, so
Jeff and I kept everybody.
Me and
Very
Paul
weird.
were on the whole time. Yeah.
yeah, it stayed this. Oh, good job though. Yeah, so Liz and I got kicked off somehow. There was some glitch on StreamYard just happened. There was very weird. Okay, so I'm gonna let's move over to New York at Minnesota. This is so New York 7-4, Minnesota's 9-2. This is going to be Sunday at 1:00 on CBS. Liz, take it away.
Well, I think Justin Jefferson is going to bow out of this game. And I think the Jets are going to win by at least 10 points. Yep, convinced. Mike White is going to be the man that day. And I have a good feeling about it.
I know now they got Mike White playing. It feels like they might actually win, right? And Mike White has that. I said to you back about 4 weeks ago on this cast. I said Mike White might have the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's on the bench with the New York Jets. They don't actually play their best quarterback. They're playing Zach Wilson. That's what I said. But I said, but they have the draft capital in Zach Wilson, and so and it's kind of what I was saying earlier, even on this show, but. To that being said, though, I've said previously that was the case. Now that they're playing him, I feel like, yeah, let's give. I'm going to give one to Mike White. I'm going to go with Jets myself here on this one. But what's how are the Jets doing though health wise? Do you feel like the team's overall healthy right now?
Carter just went out with an ankle injury yesterday, and I think everybody was saying about Joe Douglas and how he's able to fill in the holes, and I think we have so much talent on the bench that already came in to fill the Elijah Vera Tucker hole, and with the Breece Hall, and I really think that we're strong. I mentioned earlier. With the quarterback situation, it was awesome yesterday. 2 weeks ago, our defense was awesome up until the end. But I think they're both going to come together to Sunday. I really do. And I think our D is going to be in. I think our quarterback's going to be awesome. And I think Minnesota should be very nervous. Jets are coming to town, baby.
Liz, are you going to Minnesota?
Let me tell you something. The Jets fans, and I'm just speaking from personal experience, Jets fans are truly a family. And, they've taken me under their wing. They've embraced me with the whole fan of the year situation. I've gotten so many friends because of it. And I had a young man that messaged me today and said, "Are you going to Minnesota?" And I said, "I wish I could. I have a big event on Sunday with my children. We do a big, huge baking day this coming. And course, the TVs are going to be on all over the place, and the tailgate's going to be happening. But Saturday I have to work, and I can't. But this guy offered me a free ticket to go to Minnesota, and I just thought that was absolutely awesome. So, unfortunately, no, I won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit. I wish I could go.
So,
I
got you. So,
I want the
Joe
Jets to
Doug-
win this game for one reason.
To help you.
You there?
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna help me any. It won't help me at all. It'll help you, but no one's beaten Minnesota yet from the AFC East I can think of, right?
No, I don't think so.
Perry, did y'all beat them? I know Paul lost to them. We lost to them.
Yeah, no, that's what we were saying earlier. They're beating them. That's what we said actually at the beginning of this cast. They've been taking us out one by one.
Who were the
Nobody's.
two that- Who did they
No.
lose to?
Oh, I'm gonna have to look up the Vikings. Okay, Vikings.
Because I'm thinking it's somebody silly, like somebody that's not doing great.
Well,
Yeah, crap games.
just because I want you to win doesn't mean that they're gonna win. But I would love to see the upset.
So the Eagles beat them,
Yeah.
and
hmm
I'm looking through there.
Buffalo.
Dallas, maybe.
No,
or-
Buffalo lost.
Dallas,
Dallas. Yep, Dallas
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
Dallas, yeah.
See? So if Dallas can beat them, we sure can.
Dallas is a real deal, though. They are.
Dallas?
You don't think?
I don't know. What's their record this year? I don't.
They're like 8-3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly by the-
8-3. Yeah, 8-3. They're just in a hard division as well. I mean, really, we say we're a hard division, but man, now that I look at the NFC East, they're pretty tough too. You got Eagles 10-1, Cowboys 8-3, Giants 7-4, Commanders 7-5. So in the AFC, clearly you have the strongest division, but you have a definite strongest division in the NFC as well, which is weird because the NFC East was the worst division in the league just 2 years ago, where they were like the entire team, the entire division had a losing record, in the Washington football team at the time, currently the Commanders, went out as it represented the NFC East in the playoffs with a losing record. So there was a lot of discussion about whether or not they should even maybe have actually like dispersed that, like did some reorganization there, but they've already turned it around quite a lot over there in that division. So yeah, okay. So what's your guys' picks on this game? We are at 53 minutes in, so I do want to start making some progress here.
Well, I'll start. I think the Minnesota's going to sweep the AFC East. I think they're going to do that, and it's in Minnesota. So, my thought.
It's a logical. There's some logic to what you're thinking here. Jeff, what about you?
Minnesota's good. I mean, I want the Jets to win, but I think Minnesota's just too good.
All right, we'll put it in there. So we got Jeff, Minnesota, Perry, New York, Paul, Minnesota, Liz, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Moving over to Miami, in San Francisco, they're going to be playing out west.
What did you say about the Jets game?
I said the Jets will win. I said they put Mike White out. So,
Okay. All right.
ta-da, I'm going to go with that.
Those two are gonna eat their words next week, Perry.
Yeah, well, I think Mike White makes a huge difference. But Miami is going to be in San Francisco, West Coast game. That'll be on Fox for a change as well. 8-3 with Miami, 7-4. San Francisco, they're in the top of their division in the NFC West right now. So you have a bit of an opponent here, Jeff. They are not an easy team. I actually know very little about this year's 49ers team, actually. I will admit, I have not been following the 49ers really at all this year. Jeff, though, you guys have to deal with them. That's one of your one-offs too. We're not really facing the NFC West this year, but
Right.
you guys are.
I got a couple things to say about this. The NFL scheduling committee is really giving it to us bad the next 3 weeks. We have to go to San Francisco. We have to go to Los Angeles, and then we got to play the Bills. All 3 away games, 2 West Coast games, and then go freeze our ass off up in Buffalo.
Are you trying to make mistake? Really, are you trying to apologize for the Dolphins losing the next 3 games?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
All
This is terrible scheduling.
It's fine. Okay.
All right. That's my first thing to say.
Right.
Second thing to say, Perry, you know about San Francisco. You know, they drafted a quarterback. They kept Garoppolo. Garoppolo's now quarterbacking. McCaffrey went to San Francisco during the trade deadline. And both of our running backs, Mozart and Jeff, I forget his name right in a second, are killing it for Miami as running backs right now. And you know that McDaniel came from San Francisco. So there's a ton of storylines, ton of grudge, ton of animosity. And we're just going to be a little jet lag going out there. So I wonder if we're going out a day early to catch up on the hour. I want to see if we do that or not. But we can definitely beat San Francisco. We just got to play our best game and go out and keep on doing what we've been doing.
Yeah, you're saying the jet lag issue that goes on there, because it's 3 hours behind there, and that's part of why your game goes off at 4:05 instead of 1:00. So you're saying you think the team will actually go out like a day earlier than normal to combat the jet lag?
I'm thinking they might. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything, but just to kind of get used to it, you know.
Do the Dolphins have their own jet, or do they charter?
Shut up. God.
We do.
I believe they have their. They
Yeah.
have their own.
You have your own?
Don't they all have their own, or they?
They didn't used to, but more
They
recently,
lease
actually.
it from wherever. Yeah.
Well, more recently, teams have been having their own because the charter jets are the airlines aren't really wanting to charter anymore. Basically, because it's been a giant profit loss for them when they do that, because the jet has to sit there for all these hours. It's like because it goes out there like a couple days ahead there, or when the team lands in. And then it has to sit there for 56 hours or whatever before the team flies back, and it's all this time that usually a plane would be flying and collecting route money and stuff. It actually pays less money for them to do charter to an NFL team than to just keep a plane running in a typical line. So that's why you're seeing chartering falling out of favor, because basically the airlines have fallen out of favor from wanting to do the service. And then on top of that, the teams also have enough money in this day and age versus like maybe in the 70s or something. Nowadays they have clearly enough money, is big enough business that they can these teams just buy their own jets. Now the Jets have a jet, and that's cool. The Patriots have a jet. I don't know about the Bills and the Dolphins.
Well, let me add on to this pair. The Jets should have a jet because they're named Jets, right?
Yeah. Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Patriots have 2 jets, so that's pretty impressive. Robert Kraft, thank you.
Why? One for Belichick's head, and then the other one for the rest of the team.
That was a good one. Okay, I'll give you credit there. I don't even have anything to say back to that.
All right.
But I didn't know the Patriots had 2 jets.
They have 2. It's a big deal. I saw on TV. So,
Perry, you could have said so they can carry their Super Bowl trophies around with them.
okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find anything showing a jet for the Bills. I'll have to look into this.
I took a picture of the Patriots jet when I was flying out the window, and I think I still have it. I'll send it to you.
Led Zeppelin used to have their own jet. Just saying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not seeing about. It's not showing up very quickly for the Dolphins or Buffalo. They may charter still.
Oh, I think Buffalo charters.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, the Patriots like to use their jet too for good faith too. They like to kind of send it across to the world, like they were like transporting soldiers out of South America. They just sent a crew of people with the jet for somehow it was like for people mourning the victims of the shooting at the Virginia University this fall. I know it's like a weird thing, but they tried. I don't remember the details exactly, but they use it to like transport them. Okay,
In
so
all
move.
honesty,
Mm.
they since football season's in the winter, the Bills might not want to have their own jet because it's going to be sitting there for extended period of times with all that snow.
Yeah, yeah. Since they,
They'd have to de-ice it like every day, you know, and they may not want it sitting up there for all that time. And you know what? Shout out to Buffalo for convicting that SOB in that shooting.
Yeah. The 10
He's getting
people.
life, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Life in prison, though. They're not going to kill him. So.
Right.
Yep.
No parole, no appeal.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
do they have a death sentence?
No, it's New York doesn't do that.
I was thinking that. So there you go. Yeah. So Pittsburgh at Atlanta. Let's get to our Pittsburgh special
You guys
here.
did.
We
you
never
guys didn't
picked.
make
We
your
didn't do
picks.
picks. We didn't do picks. I got talking about the Jets and stuff. Yeah, I couldn't find any Dolphins. I think the Dolphins and Buffalo both chartered. So
It's
it's kind
16-10
of
now, Pittsburgh and Indianapolis, by the way. So
16-10 the Pitt. Okay, sure, on the Monday Night Football game. Okay, so we're picking next week's game before they've even actually finished this week's game. But we'll that's just how she goes when we do a Monday night show, and Pittsburgh's in there.
Wait,
But
I picked
so
the Miami game.
yeah, let's pick the Miami game. I don't know why I keep wanting to talk about the Pittsburgh game now. This is because Paul, you distracted me because you got it on their TVs behind you. Okay.
I'm picking San Francisco.
You're picking San Francisco? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's logical. They're a good team right now.
They're home, and, you know, it'll help me. Sorry.
Yeah, right now it's kind of like everybody's kind of, yeah.
We're getting down to the final stretch, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, plus this takes a win over into the NFC.
I'm
Yes.
going to go with San Francisco also, just because it helps me. So,
Yeah, Jeff, maybe you need to reconnect your headset. We're getting an echo off of you. Okay, I muted him.
Today. Sorry.
So, okay, so, all right, so we got that. So you're going with San Francisco, Paul?
yes.
I am as well, because of the same logic you guys have. They're a good team, and this is a win that if you're not Miami in this division right now, you need San Francisco to win this game. That's the truth of it. So I'm going with that, but yeah, it's mostly a matter of a need at this point. I think that, yeah, I would say so. So, all right, we'll unmute Jeff. Okay, Jeff, what's up there? I think you're corrected now.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess you're going with Miami. As you heard, yes, you're better now. As you heard, we're all going with San Francisco out of need. What's your thoughts on that?
I have to go Miami.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's one of those things where if you're Miami right now, you need the win, you need to stay on top. But if you're everybody else in the AFC East, you need Miami to slip up here. But what's a better team from the slip up against? It takes the win out to the NFC West, doesn't really affect our playoff standings, and it would knock the top dog down a pinch. So a peg. That's what I should have said.
We have to put the Chargers the following week, which is AFC or AFC. So
yeah, it is.
I mean, we really need both games, honestly. I mean,
yeah, you do need both games because you just said Buffalo. You just said Buffalo to win against New England.
I play Buffalo in 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, but so the thing is, though, is if your dreams come true and Buffalo takes a win this week, that hurts you guys. I mean, you need the win right now.
Well, it's the head-to-head against Miami in 3 weeks. So I mean, that's going to decide the division, I think. So
for the leader. But yeah,
right.
but right now we're all in the playoffs, so
Well,
you know.
you're looking at KC, Miami, and Buffalo, the top dogs right now in the standings. So okay, it's all the head-to-head stuff, and we already beat Kansas City. So 3 weeks can be big. It's gonna be a good game.
Hey, this is Miami's best start in 21 years.
Yeah, you were
Best
saying
start
that.
in 21 years. Yeah.
Where's the line at start? That's what I thought when you said that. I was like, it's the start of the season. You know what I mean? The best
we
start. I
haven't
guess the
been
best record through this many games.
through this many games, right?
But we're calling it the start, the best start now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But like, I feel like the last 4 weeks isn't really the start anymore. Like, anyway, it's just that was my thoughts on that. I think the start of the
We
season
haven't
is
been
like
8-3 in
weeks.
21 years.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Haven't been 8-3 in 21 years yet.
Fantastic.
So okay, Pittsburgh at Atlanta. This show is starting to run a little long, but let's because we've had a lot to talk about today. It's been a good episode. Pittsburgh though is facing Atlanta next weekend. Still haven't finished the Indianapolis game on Monday Night Football right now. Where are they at right now in that, Jeff? I mean, Paul.
16-10.
16-10 still. Okay, so Pittsburgh. They're currently 3-7. That will change before this game takes place. Atlanta is 5-7 going into this one. So it's two bad teams. Kyle Pitts is out, by the way. So that's a huge loss of talent for Atlanta. This game will be Sunday, 12/4 at 1 p.m. So Atlanta, it has home field advantage. They're not a great team either. Pittsburgh hasn't shown themselves to be a great team. They're kind of staying in some games. They're winning right now, aren't they? So, they have the ability to, and they have Watt back. So that's huge. So what do we say to this game coming up here? I mean, I'm seeing this as somewhat even of a matchup, quite frankly. What says you guys?
I say Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I say Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
You're going with Pittsburgh? I'm going to go with Atlanta. Partially to change it up a little bit so that way not everybody's just towing the same line. But at the same time, and I got it. Oh, that's a very weird thing where I have to. The way this works.
Atlanta scored 13 points yesterday.
Against two.
The Commanders.
The Commanders are a halfway decent team right now. They got a winning record. So I'm going with Atlanta, and part of that is to mix it up within the show, but also for standings and rankings, but also I think they have home field advantage, and I think they don't have they're also 5-7, not 3-7. So that's one of those things. Although, like I said, this record could change to 4-7. Is what we're tracking with the way the game is currently live right now. Closing statements. Anything anybody wanted to add? I would like to add, actually, as a closing statement, that our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/AFC East, is at 1,000 members. So congratulations to everybody for reaching 1,000 members. And very happy. Jeff, are you still doing the thing with the Dan Marino bit? Or is that not happening?
We got to figure out how we're going to give it away.
Okay, so we
got to figure out how we're going to do it.
Jeff had said that he was going to give away. Do you have it to show, or is it not?
I
available?
do. Yeah.
You do? Well, I mean,
do you have it on file?
Do you have it on that file? Was a still file or no, that I had. Oh.
No. Do you have the picture still?
No, not available.
Okay, I'll get it. Hang on.
I know how we can.
Hang on.
There's an app where you can go and it automatically plugs the names into a wheel, and the wheel spins, and wherever it lands.
Yeah. Wheel spin. Yeah, we would do it as a wheel spin. Yeah. It would have 1,000 people on a wheel. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a hard wheel. That's a big wheel.
That's a big deal for that big wheel.
Jillian,
But yeah,
you
I think we could do it like that.
Generally, you do dice with that. Dice always works.
Dice, yeah, but how do you throw dice for 1,000 to select? How do you throw 2 die,
Dude,
have dice, and go like that? Selects the member.
haven't you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? Serious.
Oh, actually, I have not. I have never played Dungeons and Dragons. Huge
You're the
video
big-
game fan.
You're the biggest geek I ever met in my life. You have not played Dungeons and Dragons.
How's that
I'm the
possible?
biggest geek. Wow. I don't know how to take that, but okay, Jeff. That is the award. What is this thing? It's an award or what is it? It's a picture of him from. Oh wow! Now he goes black. His screen goes black.
Oh, man.
Cool. The biggest geek, really, Paul. I mean, I guess I can see that, but I've met. I guess since I live in geek space.
You do film and NAFCo. If you're not a geek in NAFCO, oh my God, you're not living your life.
Film, for filmmaking, web design, the live streaming. I guess I can see that. That's being a tech. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, we have a little bit of a connection issue with our man that was showing us our award here.
Hmm.
Oh, we're back. Okay, Jeff's back.
We're back.
So there's the award. So what is this thing? Can you describe it in detail? About
So
what?
it is. It's a plaque. It's signed by Dan Marino. It's got the little sticker.
Who's Dan Marino?
It commemorates Dan Marino's 400th touchdown from November 29th, 1998.
Ace Ventura. Dan Marino. I got that.
That was back when he was on Ace Ventura too. It was around that time.
Yep.
So
Laces
what were you
out.
saying? How's a way we can do it?
The wheel. Like there's an app where you can go and it automatically will plug in the names. I'm not sure how many we can get on there, but
Yeah, we can
might
look
have
into
to
that.
spin-off. If each wheel can hold 250 names, we might have to do a spin-off and then just do whoever wins
Yeah.
on those 4 then.
Brackets, and then I see what you're saying.
I'll check it out. I'll let you know.
We'll do it in March when the Final Four.
Well,
There you
now
go.
we can do it while we're still in season here with the game.
Well, it's brackets, so it's
but yeah,
We'll figure
I
it out.
gotcha. The NFL's brackets too, though.
Yeah.
I know March Madness is more famous for its brackets because it's so big. Well, anything else from anybody else though today? For
No.
closing statements. No. Well, I'm very happy. Oh, we got a bunch more comments going on in here. Oh, Chuck Tinsley's. Thanks for pitching in here, Chuck. I like seeing the participation here. All the apocalyptic chit chat is making me say, oh, wow, okay. I guess it was very. Just make a whole show about it. I'll watch it. What was apocalyptic, Michael? I don't even know what he was getting at earlier. Michael from Ma Media Works. Okay, so all right, and thank you very much for your participation, Chuck. You've been very active in the chat. I noticed that, so that was very nice to see. I like to see the community participating as much as possible. All right, well, I guess till next week. We'll be broadcasting next week. That'll be 12/5. It'll be December, first week of December.
Damn.
And so, yeah.
Have a great week.